lock in. We're doing the video. I need you guys to focus and let's watch, okay? Here we go. We're watching the damn video. Let me pull up the chat because I can't see it because of video.
People are posting online saying that
I better not say something
there to
crazy.
handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall, shadowy aliens.
I bet. Are y'all's attention spans fried out of your brain? The video just started, guys.
Conspiracy theories have been a huge part of internet culture ever since its inception. You got things like lizard people, aliens, that certain event from 2001, JFK, MLK. Most of them I don't believe. The JFK one I'm kinda on the fence about, but with MLK I 100% believe it. There is no way the CIA didn't have any involvement in that. Is what I would say.
Chat. My ear's too loud. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Chat, do y'all think there's a conspiracy around JFK? I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you guys what I completely 100% think. I think the mafia was in on it because he had those ties with the mafia. I think the mafia was in on the kill. I'm not gonna lie. I fully believe that. You killed him. No, I didn't. I wasn't nowhere near even thought of then. Just muted stream. Thanks, bro. Like, whoa.
If I did believe that. But of course I don't. But those aren't what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about some more recent theories. Quite literally, stuff I just stumbled upon on TikTok.
Hey, that's what I was doing.
I think I mentioned TikTok at least once every video. TikTok. There's always some random
Guys,
online.
I don't have a tab that says sex. It says SPX. This is Trading View. This is a chart. This is what I do off stream, okay?
Shit imaginable.
That does not say that.
Not only hollow, but an artificial spacecraft that came here a long time
Bro,
ago.
you can't even.
And sometimes it makes sense. Sometimes it doesn't, but either way, someone is going to believe it.
Muted.
So I think it's finally time I made a video dedicated to this topic. So without further ado, here are my thoughts on 5 TikTok conspiracy theories.
Big incident in Bayside
TikTok conspiracy theories.
Alien sightings at Bayside Marketplace.
Panic at Bayside Marketplace.
L Jawline. Yo,
The
watch the
2024
damn
Miami
video.
Bayside Marketplace incident is, for one, a really long name, and I am not going to call it that for the entire video, and for another, something you've probably come across before. It's been making its way around the internet for the past year or so now. If you're unaware, it's an incident that occurred on New Year's Day of 2024 involving all sorts of things from teenage craziness to the supernatural to aliens. This was originally the only thing I was going to talk about in this
This is you guys, chat. This is you guys right here. You see this picture? This is you guys. L pre-recorded. Please, I would love to know how it'd be pre-recorded if I just read that. Looks like Google slot. Okay, guys. I'm in a philosophy class. This is the notes from the class. You guys, anything else?
As it was going to be the start to my Evidence for Extraterrestrials series, which I will do eventually, don't worry guys. But oh man, I found a lot of other stuff.
God. Full screen now. We're not even 2 minutes in.
Around 8 p.m. on New Year's Day, a large group of teenagers gather at the Miami Bayside Marketplace. Why were they there? Probably just to be teenagers and cause some havoc. Now, allegedly, the teens were armed with sticks, damaging property, and lighting fireworks, which were then mistaken for gunshots, and the police were called, being told a shooting may have been in progress, or that a fight broke out between the teens.
Why am I seeing Evo fat ass in the comment in chat right now?
Arrive on the scene and close down the street. I mean, look at this. What the fuck? Slightly related to this, later in the night, another fight breaks out when one of the teens throws a bottle at a man's car, and when the man goes out to inspect the damage, he confronts the teen that threw it, and more than 10 of them jump him.
Oh my god.
Guys, a little overkill, don't you think? Don't worry though, no one reportedly suffered any serious injuries, and 4 of the boys who attacked him were detained.
You deserve the
Holy
best.
shit, already! I already fucking have a video with a goddamn hat!
Whatever you do it for less.
Excuse me, you drop your iPhone Pro Max.
Officially, that is where the story ends. Some boys were detained, and it was mostly a false
Evo
alarm.
ugly.
But if you've heard of this
You guys are
incident,
mean as
you know
fuck.
that's not where it ends. You probably heard of more through memes online claiming sightings of aliens, the supernatural, pointing out the massive police presence, and apparently no photo or video evidence being recorded whatsoever. Which that last claim specifically is totally false. I don't know why that spread around with the existence of these, but why was there such a large police presence, and was there actually an alien or supernatural creature?
Okay,
Well, according
bro.
to the story by police,
Thank you
someone
for being
mistook the fireworks for gunshots and called them, claiming there to be a shooting in progress at the marketplace. And as you should know, shootings usually involve large police presences, though online a lot of people do point out that even for a shooting, this is a lot of police. And that really can't be debated, but I think it can be explained by the fact that the marketplace is near a highway. I don't live in Miami, and I don't know how busy this highway is in the evening, but I mean, come on. It's Miami. It's a big-ass city. The police are gonna want to keep a shooting away from the highway. Okay, well, what if this is just a cover-up for something, like maybe an alien invasion? This footage, many people online claim, shows a tall extraterrestrial creature walking in the market.
What?
Maybe an alien invasion. This footage, many people online claim.
What do you mean? Am I
shows a tall
jorking it?
Extraterrestrial creature walking in the marketplace.
I'm not
and is
doing
the reason
pocket
for the
pull.
police presence. Looking at this footage,
Yo, Julian. Thank you, dude.
man, I don't know what to say about this, guys. It's just a blur. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm not going to deny that this could be an alien, but for me, this is not enough evidence to conclude there was an alien there. There are some eyewitness
I don't know what the fuck these guys are
testimonies,
talking about.
most of
There's
which do fit together.
I'm pretty sure if there was a 10-foot fucking alien walking around a mall, there'd be a lot more than like a few suspects that come out and fucking talk about it. I'm pretty sure he'd make some fucking noise while he was at it too.
But I'm not gonna believe some random people online just because they say something. Oh, well, why do you believe the police then? Because the police aren't claiming that a 10-foot tall alien was just roaming around some random Floridian marketplace. I'm gonna need more proof than a blurry video and like 2 eyewitnesses. Also, take a look at these interviews with some of the teens there. Do they sound like they just saw
That's gotta be like
alien?
inflatable.
Alien looked pretty chill.
I'd be friends with an alien. I think it'd be pretty cool.
But the real question is, are they friendly? Are they after us? Are they...
These people are rage baiting. Okay, have you guys ever heard of crybaby cheesing? Let me add that to y'all's vocabulary. Crybaby cheesing is something that my friend made. It's when you like start like crybabying in your ear, like, God, I suck at this game. God, no one likes me. That's called crybaby cheese. Start using it.
They're gonna attack us. Are they gonna do world domination?
Shut
on
up.
us?
Okay.
Who knows, man?
There are so many other better explanations for why there was such a large police presence than aliens. It is weird, I'll admit, a little overkill.
I will
and
never
maybe
use
my
it.
highway explanation wasn't great, but I'm not gonna say it's aliens. Because it's Slender Man. That motherfucker is not real. The words spoken, or should I say yelled, by Tiffany Gomez,
God.
or Gomas.
Have you ever seen? Please don't.
I will say, for this
Oh,
part,
okay,
I will
guys.
be
I'll just shut up forever.
self-censoring
Thanks,
myself
guys.
because there are a lot of cuss words, and I do not want to have to go through my video and bleep it out through there. So, I'm sorry about that, but YouTube's weird.
No more saying cuss words.
Tiffany's anger was recorded and posted on TikTok, where it gained huge popularity. First starting as a meme, people found it funny and started making recreations and posting it everywhere. And then later, people claimed that she actually saw an alien or a shapeshifter on that plane.
She thought it was a reptilian alien shapeshifter.
Guys, my camera's on for my reaction to the video, not because it's a fucking goon corner.
I want to analyze the video itself, or rather, this video, posted by Olivia Poe on YouTube. This video gives another closer and more lengthy perspective than the original one, and I think it gives a lot more context to the situation. Let's get the main claims by the theorist out of the way. Either 1, the woman saw some kind of shapeshifter or something otherworldly, and she was somehow silenced for that. Or 2, she thought a man stole her AirPods, and after her virality, she became media hungry and wanted...
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that if you saw a reptilian lizard monster, like, shape-shifting in front of you, you would be doing a lot more than saying, "You're not real, you're not real, you're not real." I would be freaking the fuck out. Genuinely freaking out. I wouldn't, you wouldn't even know what words are coming out of my mouth. That's how bad I'd be freaking out. Be quiet, dude. I'm about to lose it.
People to think there was more to the story than there actually was. Now, let's look at the video.
Don't talk.
At the beginning of the video, we see Tiffany talking with one of the flight attendants. And it's hard to make out what he is saying, but Tiffany responds with "not going to" and "nope," followed by "stop the effing plane." So I assume he is asking her to stay in her seat or offering for her to move seats, based on the assumption that she is accusing the man next to her of stealing her AirPods. Then she proceeds to leave her seat and move up the plane until she is stopped by another flight attendant.
Okay, so she for sure did not see a shape-shifting lizard.
Talking with that flight attendant, she appears quite distressed, and you could interpret this as her having seen something she shouldn't have, or didn't want to, like an alien. But, being the skeptical man I am, I propose that she could have seemed distressed because she is overwhelmed by the situation. Now, I'm no psychologist or whatever, but later in the video I'll explain why exactly I think that.
We do a cleaning
the few important
room
things
segment.
I want to point out is her saying, "Get her
Guys,
effing team
we're not doing
activists,
clean my
see
room
what
segment.
happens." And I don't give an F about my shit.
We've helped thousands of veterans get jobs in tech making $10K or more a month without spending 4 years in...
God, bro.
That was a weird way to self-censor. Why would someone who wants to get off a plane because she thinks someone stole her AirPods not want to bring her stuff with her? That seems like a little bit of a weird contradiction, right? Now her saying...
I'll tell you, she's losing her shit. She's losing her mind, and she's off of 4 bottles of beer.
Get her effing team after this probably alludes to another woman on the plane saying this.
Ads? You guys are getting ads on the stream? There's no...
The woman in the pink claims she is a licensed attorney and that the man, who I'm assuming is the one accused of stealing the AirPods, is her brother. She then says that she, or her group, has 5 seats on the plane.
I'm not in the Illuminati.
This could have been quite a contributing factor to Tiffany's apparent distress. Both flying alone, which can be quite stressful in itself, and arguing with 5 other people could be the original cause for her seeming so freaked out. She then says, "Things aren't right. I'm telling you, things aren't right." A very strange choice of words for the situation, supposedly only involving some stolen AirPods. But then, right after that, the flight attendant confirms the situation, saying Tiffany is accusing someone of stealing her belongings, and Tiffany, notably, does not combat this.
Water.
She doesn't say that's not
that
why,
dog in a
or
suitcase?
you're misunderstanding the situation, or even "I just want to leave." She's silent. The woman in the pink repeats that she is a licensed attorney, and they seem to have a little disagreement.
I'm a licensed attorney, so just be careful.
Okay.
When Tiffany storms off and says, "There's a stupid effing dude on here,"
because no one's getting the off. Because there is a stupid dude on here. No.
that to me does not sound like someone who saw a shapeshifter. That sounds like someone who thinks that someone else stole her belongings and she isn't getting it back. And that is sorta reasonable, if the man actually did steal her AirPods and 4 other people came to his defense. And then, the famous words are spoken.
Oh yeah. Let's summarize what we just heard. All I heard was, that guy's not real. That's called you're drunk off of a fucking rocker. She's like this, in a rocking chair. Oh, hey. Why are you stealing my shit? And then this happens. I don't like Fat Albert.
A very confusing choice of words given the situation. Why did she say he wasn't real and you can effing die with him or not? Well, he could be an alien or a shapeshifter, but given the earlier portions of the video, I'm not so sure about
What was that?
What I think is that she is saying he is not real, as in he is not telling the truth. Or in better words than she used, not being real. You know, typical slang. While she doesn't look the type to use that slang, who's to say she can't? Now the part about dying on the plane with them is a little weirder, but a lot of people on planes do think about crashing and have a fear of flights, and that could be part of it. Again though, this is just my thoughts on the video. In summary, she was probably stressed out that someone may have stolen her AirPods and no one believes her. She feels ganged up on by the
back to the video.
family of the man she is accusing, and also perhaps the flight attendants, and now she thinks the only solution to her problem is just to get off the plane. Okay, Edit Row Meister here. I realize now that I didn't look too much into the actual theories about her and what happened afterwards. A lot of people say she was somehow replaced by a body double or something.
Oh,
I don't believe this. There's no real evidence aside from, oh, she doesn't look the exact same. Like obviously she wears makeup in a lot of the interviews she's in that make her look a little different.
I mean, the conspiracy theories are really good.
Yeah, they kind of are.
And I mean, they're really entertaining to listen to, but no.
We were saying when it happened, like everyone that thinks that this is a different person.
Like, have you ever
Why was she on Pardon My Take?
Yeah, women have like 100 different looks.
It's the same thing as like, oh, Joe Biden's a clone. It's like, there's no other evidence aside from
Now that one we can maybe get behind, but over this one. That one is a way better theory than this one.
Can't prove me wrong. So yeah, my conclusion, no, it was not an alien or a shapeshifter. Because it's Slender Man. These next 3 parts are going to be
Where's the
edited by my
sock?
friends. So let me know who did best in the comments, and I'll give that person like $10 or something.
Oh my god, I just saw Treyarch.
Build a website you love with Wix.
I love ads. I love ads.
Was Helen Keller real? The thing about this conspiracy theory is that it's kind of the opposite of most conspiracy theories. Instead of believing something that has absolutely no evidence behind it, it's not believing something
I don't have
that
a
has
hard
bunch
sock
of
collection
evidence behind it. So yes, Helen Keller was real. Now there are a lot of TikTok know-it-alls out there.
Helen Keller wasn't
They're trying to make up for the fact that they can't make anything out of their life by saying Helen Keller is fake or she didn't do all the things she did.
Can we just sit here and think about this? She was blind, deaf, and muddy, bro. She was muddy too.
You're telling me you actually believe in Helen Keller?
Helen Keller is not real. I do not care what when you
Helen
said
Keller did fly
he
the
was
plane.
not real.
I think like 19...
This has to be what I like to call trend hopping. Someone saw someone make a video about Helen Keller not being real. It did decent, and then this shit happened. Okay, is there like... I think there's proof that Helen Keller was real, right? Like, I'm like pretty sure she wouldn't be just taught in the school system. She was completely fake. Maybe if you cleaned your room, you could see them. Oh.
And they're kind of just telling on themselves. So let's get into the so-called proof people have that she wasn't real. Yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. Yep, that's pretty much it. But you know what? I applaud people for being skeptical about stuff and not taking it at face value. My problem is that if you're gonna make a claim on a TikTok video or comment section,
there's so many antics to be had with the disabled. They're probably trolling the fuck out of Anne Frank. They're probably trolling the
Oh yeah, that guy's good.
Anne Frank.
What the fuck are you talking about?
you gotta actually look into what you're talking about. You can't just say something isn't true because you don't understand it. Now, I'm not gonna dive too deep into her history as there is a lot to it, but here's the basics.
That guy's good.
Helen Keller wasn't real. You cannot see.
She was born being able to hear and see, but got an illness around 19 months old. This illness left her blind and deaf. Then for years, a woman named Anne Sullivan tried to teach her language using her hands, raised letter books, sign language, and Braille. This took years.
That's actually insane if you really think about it.
She learned to write because she used a Braille typewriter. While she didn't know how to speak perfectly, I mean, who does?
Danya. Yeah. Mother alive? Yes. Oh. Why?
She did learn a sort of way to speak English by feeling Sullivan's face and studying her lip movements and the vibrations.
So she was real!
You can see videos online of her trying to speak. And yeah,
okay,
she flew a plane.
That's like
but a lot of
horror
people
movie.
misinterpret her flying a plane as
Gloomy?
starting the plane,
What are
taking
you
it off the
asking
ground, not crashing, making it all the way over the Mediterranean, and then landing it. No, she did not do all of that. She just took control of the plane for 20 minutes when it was already in the air. Her interpreter just translated what the pilot said to Helen, and basically all she needed to do was keep it up. She didn't even
flew
need
a
to turn
fucking plane? Whose idea was that? To let her hop behind the wheel of the plane?
Anywhere. Just keep a stable flight. The thing about the whole Helen Keller is not real conspiracy theory is that most people say it as a joke, like, whoa, blind, deaf, and flew a plane? Huh, I can barely make it out of bed. And that's fine. I'm not gonna stop.
She
people from
literally
making
was
jokes.
real, we just saw her.
But sometimes you gotta make it obvious for the dumb people, because they'll take your word for it and post a video on TikTok. Another problem is that, like, why?
Most astute observation, my Romeister friend.
Why would someone make this up? Did Sullivan do it to make herself look better? Did the government do it? What reason would people have to make this up?
CGI.
So yeah, there's plenty of proof out
they had
there that
CGI in the
Helen Keller was
40s.
real and did the things she did. It's a lot easier to debunk this theory than other theories because this theory has proof against it, while other theories, the only proof against it is that there isn't proof for it. Which a lot of people take as there isn't proof being for something
Propaganda.
as the government covering it up. But this, the government would have to make this up for it to work. But I don't really think the government cared
This guy's
about
kinda
a
funny.
deaf and blind and mute person at this time period. But who knows, maybe they did it to make the American spirit go up or something. Like, you can do whatever you want. Like, I get that, but
I haven't been able to look at that bathroom door for 2 weeks.
Oh my god, no. Do not get to the Hessley lore.
I feel like I was losing my mind.
Dude, no. Do you remember? Oh my god, what's his first name? Oh my god, what is his first name? This guy, okay, he's from that. This is Dad from the Diary of a Kid. There were videos that were literally horrifying of them like saying Diary of a Kid was all made up in his head, and he was just a straight psychopath, and he killed all of them. And Diary of a Kid, the whole books and movies are from his point of view because he's psychotic and he misses his family. That is insane.
Let ourselves out.
the Mandela effect.
Oh my god,
Now,
let's
hold on,
talk
I know what
about
you're
it.
thinking. I already know what the Mandela effect is, and I'm sure you do. You see, the Mandela effect is a real thing. It is a real phenomenon that happens. A large group of people remembering something contrary to an accepted fact. Specifically, specifically about the memory itself and not just a belief contrary to the truth. The confusion arises though when we ask, why does the Mandela effect happen? The term was coined after Nelson Mandela's death in 2013 because a lot of people recall him dying in the 1980s, so hearing that he was still alive up until 2013 caused a lot of confusion. This then evolved into people noticing other things that they supposedly remember being one way, but actually.
Some of these are real. Some of these are literally like, not proven, but some of these definitely did get changed. Like the Fruit of the Loom logo, there was pictures of the basket of fruit being on there. And the Berenstein Bear ones really bothers me because that was also changed. I don't have any proof for that one, but I know for a fact that that one was changed. Also, the Fruit Loops box was spelled right. I don't know why they changed that too.
They weren't. There are many theories about why this happens, but the most accepted theory is that it's less of an effect and more just something that happens. But a surprising number of people believe that they were right
I'm not
in
saying
their memory,
that
but they
online.
switched universes or were transported to another universe where they were wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I believed this at one point. Yeah. Granted, I was a kid, but I even told my mom about this. I asked her what was the name of the family of bears from those old books, and she said Berenstain instead of the real name Berenstain. So I obviously can't just get away with calling these people stupid because they're not. They remembered something one way, but it turned out to be different. Though, a lot of these Mandela effect cases can be pretty easily explained. For some examples, Curious George not having a tail, a lot of people associate monkeys with having tails, so they think Curious George had a tail. Also, people did find a comic where he had a tail.
I'm not saying it,
so I don't know
dude.
if this is the best explanation, but it's something. Nelson Mandela was hospitalized for tuberculosis in the 80s, which left him bedridden. People may have seen this on the news and assumed
What just
that he
happened to the
died,
quality?
causing
Oh, okay.
that confusion in 2013. And for the Berenstain Bears, Stein or Steen is a much more common suffix in last names than Stain. I mean, Einstein and Frankenstein come to mind immediately. Sure, they aren't pronounced Steen, but they are spelled the same way.
What
Plus,
do you mean,
the intro
why?
to the show of the Berenstain Bears pronounced it Steen, which could have caused some confusion. Now hold on. What if the way the show pronounced it wasn't a mistake? What if it was the Berenstain Bears, and the government covered it up to try to see how much of history they could...
If the government changed Berenstain to Berenstain and then proved that it was that way, they're all going to hell.
change with everyone. That is honestly a possibility. Kind of like a placebo, people are told that something was one way and they think, I guess that makes sense. But it's really just because this is the first time they paid any mind to it. But I don't know. The government's done worse things.
What did that just say?
Possession
We're reacting to
cases,
videos right now, dude.
rabies, what do those have to do with one another? Well, this TikTok comment under a video about historical conspiracy theories explains just that. Possession cases were people affected by rabies and their aversion to water was caused by hydrophobia. The commenter puts it pretty simply and understandably. Possession cases were rabies, but they don't really provide any proof from the aversion to water which rabies is known to cause. To debunk or prove this, I can't go through every single possession case in history, but I can list some of the symptoms commonly associated with
Do not listen to that guy in the chat.
Compare it to symptoms of rabies. I'm not an expert on religion or virology, and this topic isn't really something I can just look up and be like, yep, fake. So if I make a mistake, let me know in the comments. The first thing, seizures. Involuntary shaking is commonly associated with possessions. The demon or ghost or whatever takes control of the body and forces the host to move uncontrollably or in spasms. Even without the explanation of rabies, seizures can be pretty easily explained by something other than possession. But if we are going based on this theory, seizures are known to be a side effect of rabies. Another symptom is aggression. Probably what most people think of when they think of possession and rabies. Both animals and humans with rabies are known to be very...
I'm pretty sure if you get rabies, you're just dead. That's it. There's like a 99% chance of you not surviving rabies. I'm pretty sure only like 5 people ever have ever survived rabies.
Aggressive, and people under possession are also known to be very aggressive. The one is
I'm assuming they would be very aggressive if they
attacking
have
the nervous
rabies.
system and the brain, and the other because demons are evil, I guess. Again, I'm just looking at the symptoms. I'm not an expert on this stuff. Another obvious similarity is the fear of water or hydrophobia. While this isn't always the most common in possession cases, it can explain why people allegedly possessed are afraid of holy water, because of the hydrophobia that is caused by rabies. Now the next symptom, dissociation, is a little vague, as it is more of a symptom that only the host experiences and can't really be physically identified. But it's usually described as the host feeling detached from their body or their feelings, or just generally disconnected from reality. I couldn't find any sources that claim dissociation to be a symptom of rabies, but it could be explained by symptoms of confusion, or the next two that I'm going to get into, hallucinations and paranoia. But for now, I say we can mark it as a maybe connection. Moving on to hallucinations, rabies can cause hallucinations, where a person experiences things that seem real in their mind, but aren't in real life. And this can also be associated with possession, and could maybe explain the dissociation effect. Then, paranoia.
Why don't you buy me
and
premium
anxiety.
then?
Aside from aggression and hydrophobia, this is probably the most obvious similarity between possessions and rabies. Anxiety is found to be very common in both people affected by confirmed rabies cases and alleged possessions, so this is an easy connection. Next though, we got aversion to religious symbols. This one is pretty obvious in the fact that it has nothing to do with rabies. Maybe it could be explained by other psychological factors of rabies, like maybe it's a symptom of trauma to do with religion mixing with the anxiety and paranoia of having rabies, but I couldn't find any source that really backs this up, so it's just speculation. In some rare cases, possessed people are reported to have increased strength. This could be explained by the aggression of people with rabies, though like the last one, it's just speculation.
That's too much Conjuring movie.
All too common in possession anyways. But finally, speaking in tongues and an altered voice. This is a little tricky.
This is like the scariest shit when people do that. Especially if they're possessed by something and they start speaking in a language that you have never seen or heard.
But I think there could be a slight connection between rabies and possessions here. As I mentioned before, rabies can cause spasms and involuntary movements, but also because rabies particularly impacts the brain, it can affect speech. Rabies could cause an unusual way of speaking, which while not being the exact same, could be misinterpreted as speaking in tongues. Now, after all this comparison between the two, I think there is some merit to it. Still, considering how varied possession cases can be and how many symptoms they can have, I don't exactly believe it completely. I think some cases could be explained by rabies, but there are just too many differing cases that leave me unconvinced. Though I won't rule out the idea that possessions can be explained through other pathogens or psychological
How is this a
effects.
TikTok theory?
It's just the comment that I'm responding to didn't say some cases.
Oh, that's how.
They're claiming all, so I went on technicality here, guys. Oh my god, why did I do that? Listen, the point of this video isn't to believe what you're told or what the big man at the top tells you. It's actually the opposite. Don't even trust my word on these things. Go research this stuff yourself. Let me know if I got something wrong in the comments. I'll try to make a pinned comment listing everything I got wrong. If I included your content in this video and I didn't credit you, let me know. I'll add it to the description. I try to read every comment. I couldn't last video because, yeah, wow. Thanks for 50,000 subscribers, by the way, but I wanted to make this video to combat the seemingly growing amount of disinformation online. Most of this stuff is something I saw people talking about and couldn't believe they thought was true. Makes me tweak out a little sometimes. So many people will watch a video, especially on TikTok, claiming something crazy and just take it at face value. Even I'm a victim to this sometimes. So again, just don't believe everything you hear online. Go do your own research. These are more fun conspiracy theories than they are dangerous. There are plenty of dangerous conspiracy theories that I probably could have looked into, like something currently suspicious going on right now, but I like to keep this channel a little more lighthearted. If you guys want to help me out, consider becoming a member or just watch more of my videos. Also go check out my editors in the description, as well as Maderosu Mercury, who I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
W video. We love the TikTok theories.